I want to welcome everyone. Good morning and welcome to the University of Minnesota School of Public Health's orientation. We're all very, very glad that you're here. My name is Tim Kamenar. I am the Senior Director of Student Services for the School of Public Health, and I'm going to serve as your MC for this morning's portion of the orientation. On behalf of Dean John Finnegan, our Senior Associate Dean Beth Vernig, our Associate Dean, Kristen Anderson, along with our school's leadership, our faculty and staff, it is my honor to welcome all of you here today. We are very, very happy to have you here. We hope that your journey begins today and that you will enjoy yourself as you either start your journey into public health or continue it as you matriculate into the school. And we are so excited. It's a beautiful day. If you've been around, you've seen that it's been raining. We ordered this day especially for all of you here. All right, and of course, again, the artificial flipping of the paging. We want you to feel that you're a part of our community. Our school has been in existence for 74 years. We're nearing our 75th anniversary. Your contributions as students, working with your faculty, doing the projects, engaging in the work that you will do will contribute to the legacy that has sustained and grown the school over these last 74 years. As students, you come to us from around the world, across the United States, and certainly from throughout Minnesota. We are grateful for you, and we are happy that you're here. Our theme for this orientation is meaningful connections. Different perspectives make us stronger. Meaningful connections is what we are here to do today. It's to begin making those meaningful connections. Specifically, orientation is about new beginnings, new people, and building these relationships. Different perspectives is one of our school's values. That value states, we believe diversity in backgrounds, culture, and experience is the source of deep and comprehensive understanding and knowledge. By its nature, public health is broad and wide-reaching. Working in partnership with our colleagues, communities, and experts in other fields produces trust, cultural awareness, and a better result every time. And so we brought these two ideas together, making connections and different perspectives. Connections that allow for the whole you to be present. Connections that value you as individuals along with our collective whole. We will learn from each other as we continue to create our community, and that by its nature focuses on the health and betterment of humanity. Before we get too much farther in, and in recognition of our value of diversity, it is important to reflect for a moment that the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, resides within the traditional homelands of the Dakota people. I should have really had this spread out so I could read it better. Minnesota comes from the Dakota name for this region, Nisota Makotse, the land where the water reflects the skies. Our campus is bordered by the Hahawakpa, the river of the waterfalls that we know as the Mississippi River. The university seeks to recognize the original peoples of this place, and through our academic and student support services and programs, we make an effort to educate the campus community about the ongoing relationship of the Dakota people and what they have to this area. So we encourage you to learn more about the programs and services provided by the Circle of Indigenous Nations and the Multicultural Center for Academic Excellence. They will be at the Graduate and Professional Student Fair this afternoon. It will be in this space here. And if you choose to learn more about their programs and services, please seek them out and talk with them at that time, or you'll have opportunities to talk to our staff as well. All right. Opportunities. So before we spend a lot of time throwing a bunch of talking heads and flooding information at you, I just want to orient you to some of the things that are available to you this week and over the next couple weeks. We invite you to consider some of the many programs and services that are offered starting tomorrow and over the next couple weeks. In your folders, you have a document that says, Welcome to the School of Public Health Event Series. There are a number of things on the sheet, and in fact, we'll be adding a few more to them as we go, and we'll be sending that information out. Those are things such as open houses, where you can go and meet folks, certainly in the Student Services Center, but each of our programs and our divisions. and an opportunity to engage in learning that may be a little bit less hectic, making connections with people, again, that you've met today, following up on something of interest, just an opportunity to learn and engage in a different pace, in a different manner. So our orientation today starts a series of opportunities for you to engage with each other and the school, and we look forward to seeing you at these different programs. As for today, I'd like to briefly highlight a few things that we have going on very specific. In the rear of this room, we have 3 tables. If you have not stopped by them already this morning, please take a moment and do so over the lunch period or during our break, and you'll be able to talk with some of our staff and student leaders. We have Vic and Darren from our Career and Professional Development Center. They'll provide you with information regarding resources and services. We also have information at that table about our mentor program. Our mentor program is nationally recognized. The program connects students to public health professionals to help with career and professional development. This is a great opportunity for all students to expand your personal network, learn about different careers in public health, and develop new skills. You are expected to take an active role in this mentoring relationship, so make sure that you have time to commit to it. If you are very interested in doing this, the sign-up begins tomorrow, and the deadline for application is September 18th, so please take advantage of that opportunity. Also, at our table back there, we have Crystal and our student workers, Elise and Elizabeth, to provide you with information about how to sign up for a locker. Lockers are located in our student sphere. We've heard that some of our students don't even realize you have a student lounge until after being here for a while. So we want to make sure that you know it's in the basement, but it is a beautiful space. It is one of the largest student lounges within our academic health center. We like to not tell our colleagues in medicine and dentistry about that, but it is a wonderful space where you can study, a computer lab, group study areas, lounge space, student organization space, as well as a secure locker facility. So sign up for a locker. It is free. Please take advantage of that. Also at that table, you'll find a flyer for our SPH branded spiritware. This is a shameless promotion. The money that we do generate from the spiritware goes back to you as students to enable our programs and services to continue, specific for student leadership development. In addition, our Student Senate information is available. Our Student Senate is our representative body. They schedule a number of programs and activities throughout the year. In addition, they're looking for your participation. They're welcoming students to apply to be a member of the Student Senate and their board membership. So please ask about those questions as well. There is also a representative from our professional student group back here. Yes, 2 representatives. The professional student group is a representative body for all professional students within the university. So we have our Student Senate as a representative body and the professional student group, which really focuses and looks after all of our collective interests that you as students have. On our 3rd table was staffing by Lauren and Shawani. Lauren is our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Coordinator. She has information about our Health Equities Work Group, a flyer for our SPH and Color schedule that will be occurring this fall, and our International Student Roundtables. Diversity Matters student group is represented, again, here with Shawani, but also over the noon period. We'll have some students here as well. And they are your student group that addresses, focuses, and discusses diversity issues. And we also have information on our Equity, Diversity, Inclusion team, which is a faculty, staff, and student group. So please take a moment and check out those resources today. We also have one presentation that will be going on tomorrow. It's called Relationship Building for Success. It is a highly sought after workshop, actually, that was put on, and it had typically been part of the graduate and professional student orientation that occurred yesterday. We've asked, they decided not to do it, so we've had an opportunity to present that tomorrow. There is space available to attend that. We have 30-some students signed up. The room can hold 110, I believe. So if you do have an interest in participating, that presentation is really about how you as a student make connections, start building the relationships with your advisors and your faculty, and be able to take charge of how you how you move forward with your own academic career here in the school. We also have, by the way, tours. A number of our students, you may not have had a tour yet, and if you've come from out of town, you may wish to tour the Academic Health Center, the Mayo Building. We're giving tours all day tomorrow up until 2 o'clock. There is a sign up for that as well. You can speak with our folks at the back table about getting signed up for that. So please take advantage of those opportunities. So, agenda. This morning, I'll be done soon, and we will bring on 3 of our faculty members. Our dean will then speak and provide some really important information about who we are and how we've gotten here. And then we'll finish the morning after a break with an interactive session that all of you will have an opportunity to participate in. Lunch will be in the Sky Yuma room, again in the back of the space here where the doors are open. These doors will close at about 10 o'clock. And lunch will be set. Today is box lunches from D'Amico's. If you're not familiar with D'Amico's, it's not a box lunch. It's a really good lunch. But you'll have an opportunity. What that box lunch allows you to do is to make a choice between sitting here with your new colleagues and classmates. You can go outside and enjoy the beautiful day and take a break from all that has been going on in the morning. Outside on the plaza, there is a farmer's market. So over lunch, you may want to choose to go out and check out our farmer's market. It's actually quite spectacular. And buy some fresh fruit or vegetables or honey or whatever the case might be, and make sure you have to lug it around the rest of the day. But that is a great opportunity every Wednesday that goes on for at least another month, I believe. And then we want you to come back here. And we're going to finish a little early today because we had some last-minute changes to our schedule. So we're going to want you to come back here. We're going to give you 1 hour for lunch, and then our division heads will be in and give a little bit of a 5-minute presentation about each of their respective divisions and programs. And the reason for that is this is one of the few times that all of you are together. You're from all these different programs and divisions. And when you get into your course of study, often you are really focused with the people around you. And we want you to recognize that your program is part of a greater whole. That's why you're at the tables in the assigned seating that you're at. That's why we have this activity, and that's why we want to create an opportunity for you to really connect with people and move. Remember, our theme is about meaningful connections and doing that. So when we get back here, we'll hear from our division heads. They'll talk about their meaningful connections, and then our program coordinators will split you up and take you to your afternoon sessions. Also today, again, as I mentioned back in this space here, is the Graduate and Professional Student Resource Fair. That goes from 4 to 5:30. You can come back into the space. There are 60, 70 different organizations and offices from across the university that'll be represented here. Get a lot of questions, build some more connections, find some more information. And Carol and Grace, are you going to be at that? Or is it Mercedes? What's that? Not Grace. Okay, that's Grace, by the way. Carol and I believe Mercedes will be at that to talk about the public health graduate minors that you are now able to take. So if you hadn't thought about an area of specialization along with your major, we have a number of outstanding minors that you might be interested in, and start taking a look now as you are early in your career here. So once we do that, we'll reconvene and we'll get you out to your afternoon sessions a little early. A key thing about lunch, as you decide how you want to engage in lunch, tables 2 through 7 that are right up here in the front, we've invited some outstanding alumni. So if you want to think about building your professional network, if you want to think about how do I make different connections and hear from really high quality people who've been where you are at tables 2 through 7 over the lunch period, grab your box lunch and come and meet. There'll be 2 faculty, or correction, 2 alumni per table to sit down and have a chat with you. So a lot of options for lunch. You can take a break, you can eat with your students here, or really take advantage of meeting with these alumni at tables 2 through 7. All right. I would be remiss if I didn't thank and recognize this year's planning committee. Those are the folks that are listed up on the screen up here. They've worked very, very hard. This is a group of folks that come from across the the School of Public Health and our staff offices and our academic programs. And they have worked over the last several months to produce the event for today, our morning's activities, as well as your afternoon program-specific orientation sessions. So I want to make sure that we acknowledge those folks and thank them for their hard work. Also, I want to recognize our staff in the Student Services Center, without whose help and assistance and constant effort across the summer and getting us ready today, we would not have this great event ready to go. And I'm going to ask and embarrass them perhaps for the Student Services Center staff, if you would just stand and so that we can recognize you and thank. These are all the folks that are in our office in A395 of the Mayo building, folks that can provide a tremendous amount of support and assistance and resources to you in the course of your academic experience. So thank you very much.